Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are having girl talk, and we are going to be talking about something that is trending all over the internet, Amber Rose. And what can we learn from this Amber Rose situation, from Kim Kardashian situation, from Tory Brooks situation, on how these men and these top dog rappers, entertainers, or whatever treat their preferences. So, as many of you may have heard or may not have heard, Amber Rose announced the breakup between her and her second baby father, AE. Amber Rose was known in the spotlight back in the day, back a couple of years when she was dating Kanye West before Kim Kardashian. And everyone, she was that it girl. When she came out, oh my gosh, she had so much sex appeal. She had so much mysterious, like, you know, to her. She was very mysterious, and everybody wanted to know who she was. Like, who is this woman? Like, she is so cool looking. Like, she's such a siren. She gave off like Marilyn Monroe type of vibes, but like, I don't know, like she was like the it girl, you know. And everybody, like, she was in songs, she was in rappers songs, she was in videos. Kanye West sought after her. Like, she was the ish back in the day when she dated Kanye West. Now, she now has 2 children. I think that her and Wiz Khalifa was divorced, or they were engaged. Let me double check. She was married to Wiz Khalifa back in, they began dating in 2011, and then they married July 8th, 2013, and then like a year later, they divorced in September 2014 for irreconcilable differences, but really it was because he was cheating on her. She later admitted that. So they later got a divorce. So what does that tell you? I mean, everybody's like, oh, get married, get married, get married. They got married, they had a kid, and within a year they got divorced, you know? So what does that say? I mean, he still cheated on Amber Rose, and it was like, who cheats on Amber Rose? She has the body, she has the face, she has the fetish skin tone, the light skin, and she has the, you know, mixed exotic look to her. She's not black and she's not white, but she's not, you don't know what she is. She's a whole bunch of things, and she's like this whole mix of things that a lot of men fetish, and she has the body to go with it. So what does that tell us? Here is this top-notch woman who's not only a fetish, but basically a sex siren, who like spills sex appeal, who has a natural sex appeal to her, and she is now separated and separating and heartbroken over her now ex, second baby's father, A.E. Edwards, whatever his name is. He's just like, he wasn't even really known like that until Amber Rose kind of like and him started dating. So he wasn't even like really, I mean, he was behind the scenes, but nobody was talking about him until he got with Amber Rose. So she kind of put him on, if anything, and they had a beautiful child together in addition to her child with Wiz Khalifa from her previous marriage. They never got married, but they've been together for about 3 years. I think they said they've been together for about 3 years, and then they had a child named Slash Electric with Edwards. And basically she outed him that he's been cheating on her with like 12 women, and that's just the women that she can count. 12 women. 12. And a lot of people want to sit here and run to the easiest target and say, well, it's the men that she chooses. It's the men that she chooses. Is it the men that she chooses? Like, and this is what I say, where pretty privilege has its downfall, because you're so accessible to all types of men, so accessible to all types of people that's in your life. And the good men that say, I'm a good man, like any man that says, I'm one of the good men, if that is the case, then why is it that this happens? Why is it hard for you to find a woman? Because there's a lot of good women out there, and you're still single. And I don't really hear too many married men going online and saying, well, no, they don't. They know they have their wife, they know they have their family, and they keep it moving. They're not pressed about, oh, well, she should have chose better. What is better? Can a lot of these men sit here and say, like, what is better? What is better? Because this is your fetish, and look how your fetish is being treated. Average dude can't handle her lifestyle. dudes that are in her lifestyle can't handle their lifestyle and go out and cheat with other women. So what is she to do? She's 37 years old. She's 3 years from 40, and she's divorced with 2 kids. So a lot of people, a lot of women, a lot of men who want to bash women like, oh, well, you need to get married. You need to get married. You need to have a ring. These women do get rings, and look what happens. Divorce rate is at an all-time high, and it's not only because of women. It's women tired of putting up with men cheating on them and bringing them back STIs and bringing them back, you know, throwing off their pH balance. So a lot of women who like, oh, I want to be that it girl, I want to have the body like Amber Rose, I want to, you know, I want to be that girl. But look at that girl in a couple of years. Like, yeah, Amber Rose was popping back in like the early 2000s, mid 2000s or whatever, and look where she is at 40, almost nearly 40 years old, 37 years old. So if you look at a lot of the it girls in entertainment industry, look where they are. Like even Angelina Jolie, like she got married, she has all these kids, and now look at her. And it's not to say like, oh man, no hope for anybody, but it's just like you never know where you end up in life. And that's why you stay in your own lane and don't envy others and don't try to be like others, because you don't know where they're going to be in a couple of years. You don't know. And so you want to have your life set up and planned, but God has different plans for you. And just like Tory Brooks, a lot of people know her as a DJ. She's a DJ, and she has a kid with Rich the Kid. Rich the Kid was married, and he left his wife for Tory Brooks. And Tory Brooks felt like, you know, I don't owe her anything. I don't owe her loyalty. That's not my business. He don't want to be with her. He don't want to be with her. He want to be with me. Because she was the preference. She was the light-skinned, cute girl, you know, with the nice body. And then Rich the Kid ended up playing her a couple of years later after he had that baby with her. He ended up playing with her, cheating on her, being with her, even after calling her the hottest woman, hotter than Rihanna. Hotter than Rihanna, which he got a lot of backlash for. And he ended up getting caught and getting cheated on. I mean, cheating on her with Dream Doll. You know, he got caught up with Dream Doll, and she was out here just like, you know, wow, like he's playing me. Don't ever envy the fetish or try to envy like wanting what she has or putting yourself down. Like this whole message is stop putting yourself down. Stop being so hard on yourself because you see it in the moment. You don't know what's really going on behind closed doors. Everybody thought that Amber Rose and this AE guy was, you know, she was happy, she was quiet, she had a little family, when she was really suffering in silence. And I feel like a lot of these women suffer in silence because people sit there and want to blame them for their choices in men, when the men and the pool of men to pick from are really not, you know, a lot of good pickings, especially in that world, in media world and industry, because these men have so much access to so many women that they give in to this type of temptation. So what do you guys feel like below? Like, you know, how do you feel about this subject, from these women getting married to getting divorced to becoming baby mothers? You know, I think that we as women should give other women breaks. I don't think that we should all focus on looks, like, oh, I don't have a man because I don't look like this. Because even when you do look like that, you end up still experiencing heartbreak, which falls into my other video about pretty privilege. And if you haven't watched that yet, please do, where I break down pretty privilege and the downside and the ugly side of pretty privilege and how it's not all amped up to what it is. And then you can see that with a lot of the women that we inspire and looked up to, and a lot of men lust after and want. And you would think that so many men want the prize, and when they get the prize they mishandle it. So what does that say where we're headed as a society, in a dating world, in love life? Go ahead and comment below on your opinions below on how you feel about this subject. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and look out for part 2, where I talk about not being the preference and how to deal with not being desired and not the fetish. All right, guys, thank you so much. Remember to follow me on social media. Okay, have a good one. Bye.